Sorry, I got distracted by what is it, the month of freedom with Cletus. About to bin a $4.2 million Bugatti. Sorry, I got distracted. I could watch it later, but anyways, what's going on, guys? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. Welcome back to Caffeine and Crypto. Huge announcement. We're about 200 or less away from 30K, so we do have a giveaway going on. Just launched today at 11 a.m. So it's going to be linked down in the description. Number of different ways to enter, all kinds of different entries, but we got to go support the people that are providing us some free units or licenses or whatever to give away. It is worldwide, so shipping's going to be a son of a gun, but we'll figure it out. We got some crypto trackers from Jingle Mining, a mini Doge 3 from Gold Shell, a 1-year license from cointracking.info, really good utility to use to track your crypto transaction trades, taxes, all that good stuff, but they're 1-year license for 2 different people. And then we got about 5 bid axes to give away. We got Coin Mining Central giving them 2, Solo Satoshi 1, Mine Shop EU 1, and Pleb Source 1. So as you'll see when you go through the different ways to enter, it's going to take you to their website or their Telegram or their X profile, whatever it might be. I'll do an actual dedicated video on the actual 30K giveaway, but it ends at the end of May, so make sure you get into it. But this show primarily is all about crypto and crypto news. I just wanted to get that announcement done. So wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching this, whether you're watching live or later on, I wanted to thank you personally for stopping by. Make sure you hit that like button. But again, this is Caffeine and Crypto, where I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, coffee, energy drink, whatever it might be. Grab some tea. If you don't like caffeine, grab some water or whatever your AG1 or your favorite morning drink is as we go over today's crypto news. Right now, Bitcoin is down to 96,652. Let's just say 96,600. It is down. We were pushing up towards 98K, but we fell short. Ethereum at 1,800. XRP at $2.20. BNB back below $600. Solana, if I move out of your way here, is back below 150. ADA still positive, 1.7% at 72 cents. Tron, 24 cents. We got a few things in the deep greens, but not very many. For example, this token right here, which is up 110%, is called Felza. Felza. It's been around since early April. Actually, it's been around since, when was this? December 2022. Had some spikes, and just recently spiked up. I don't know too much personally about it. Maybe we'll look into it. But yeah, not too many things. So basically a Singaporean, I'm not even sure if that's a word, base token on a Web3 entertainment ecosystem on the Ethereum blockchain. A lot of the coins in the Ethereum ecosystem have not been doing too hot comparatively. Realistically, it's all about Bitcoin right now. Alt season, will it ever come? Hopefully it will, but let's just continue on with this today's, what we got going on. So the charts, right now you can see there's this pink line, this hot pink line. What's going on? DJ Mines 22 in the chat. Max Voltage, good morning. Sherm, Adam, Chris is a pirate. Also, real quick before I get started, I don't want to dull the mood, but I do wanted to acknowledge this. Dan Ruggs passed away this week. Thoughts and prayers to the family and friends impacted directly. Colleague of mine, partner on Yeti audits, worked with Dynex. Dan from Dynex at the Caspa event was freaking hilarious. Many good memories, and if we could, if you don't mind, just a few moments of silence, and go and give some love to the D-Gens and the people who lost a unique individual. He got under my skin a couple times, but I certainly remember the last conversation I had with the gentleman, and a bit outlandish. He's a bit boisterous, can be out there, can throw down, can party, can drink. And I will always remember the good things and the good times. And again, like I told him in my last conversation, love you, bud, talk to you later. So at least he knew that. And that gives me, peace, because I know a lot of people that I've lost I did not get to say I love you to. I did not get to say goodbye. So I'm glad I got to speak to him. We were just talking about Bitcoin conference coming up soon. By the way, you could get tickets linked down in the description. Not trying to use that as a plug, but just saying, like, we were talking about Bitcoin conference. That's what led to our conversation, and I'm glad we had that conversation before, he was called up. But a quick moment of silence. And thank you so much. All right, back to the charts. So yeah, this pink line, Bitcoin is hitting up again. So you can see it, right? We touched it on the first Thursday, we touched it on the second, and then we touched it again today, right? And we're kind of slightly above it right now, or we're below it, but we touched slightly above it. And I kind of feel like if we look directly to right here, okay, right here, this wedge, this small short-term time frame wedge, I kind of feel like this week is going to be interesting, right? So either we're going to retrace back, right? And let's say we retrace, that's not the right one. That's not the one I wanted. Let's say we retrace a little bit, right? So middle of the week, we're at 95.4. We start to go back up. We hit this line again, 96.4K. Then we come down and hit the very bottom of this wedge at 93, almost the bottom, top, very beginning of 94K. And then bounce and break out, or we're going to bounce and break down. And if we did break down, there's some serious targets out here, right? We got the EMA ribbons, right? But we also have this legacy line here at 82K. Like, that's the line for me. That's the wall. But I do believe there's a lot of buying pressure at each of these ranges, right? So if we look at the top EMA ribbon, 91, 92K. Second one's probably going to be the orange as it curls up. That's going to be 89 to 88K. Green one, again, 88K. And then blue one, 86 to 85K before we even get to 82. So I'm really hoping for chill out, let the altcoins catch up a little bit. We might pull back a little bit this weekend, but then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, have a little choppiness. We might have a good Monday, not so good Tuesday, and not so good Wednesday, but then Thursday, Friday have a breakout. At least that's what I'm hoping for. At the end of this wedge will be about Saturday. So next Caffeine and Crypto episode, we'll see how things turn out. Did we break down? Did we push up? Did we break out on the short term, right? There's still a lot of resistance. As you can see here, a lot of sell pressure that we have to climb into, right? So 100K is really the target, but there's a lot of opportunity that people are taking. And I think institutions don't want us to get up there yet. I think they want to keep us in this area. You can see we put in 2 red dots right here, right? And usually when we put a red dot, we go down a little bit. We did. And then we printed another one. Are we going to go down a little bit again? Possibly. But on the short term, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. And in the long term, I am very bullish on Bitcoin. I would just say, I would urge caution, right? You're going to see a lot of caution while everybody's pumped to hit 100K. And I've been seeing that a lot in this past week. I'm still managing my expectations and trying to accumulate. Now, to be honest, I'm broke as a joke because I got a lot of things that I'm trying to do. But what I am doing is I'm dollar cost averaging just $5 once a month, once a week, whatever I can do. And then I'm mining as much Bitcoin as possible. I'm paying electricity, unfortunately, for it, but I'm mining as much Bitcoin as I possibly can. Just trying to stack as much as I possibly can of the main blue chip, of the daddy of all blue chips. And right now, you can't go wrong with blue chips. And what's funny to me is a lot of the content creators in the crypto space, not the miners, the traders and the other guys and the other ladies, intelligent individuals, nothing against them. I'm just saying a lot of them that were promoting these S coins are obviously incentivized to promote those S coins. And if you would have bought them when they told you to, whether it was the end of 2023, the middle of 2024, a lot of them are down drastically unless you took profits. There was a little run up where those altcoins outperformed Bitcoin, and you could have flopped it over or flipped it over from the altcoin into a Bitcoin strategy and locked in those profits. But if you didn't, you're down almost 5x, 200%. And so I wouldn't be messing around too much with altcoins. Go ahead and accumulate them, get a bag, but don't go heavy into them. Right now, it's all about the blue chips in the crypto market, to be completely honest. Now, eventually, again, the altcoin season will happen, but nobody can tell you when that will possibly happen. I'm still looking at the beginning of 2026 or going into 2027, unfortunately. But I could be wrong, just as many are in this ecosystem. So do what's best for you. Look at the strategy, look at the crypto asset you're getting into, the team, the devs, what they're doing, what they're building, their goals, their mission statements, and then make your own decision and invest wisely. But stars align for Bitcoin rally to 100K, but futures traders exercise caution, right? Moderate optimism can be seen in Bitcoin derivatives data, but not everyone is convinced that a new all-time highs are programmed. So they're being optimistically cautious as well. BTC options lean bullish, suggesting big players expect upside, but their caution keeps leverage use low. While Bitcoin broke out of a tight range between 93 and 95K on May 1st, which may start off pretty good, right? We're green. I'm hoping that May will be a green month period, but we'll see how things pan out. After that May 1st, there was a few days of limited movement. Despite reaching the highest price in 10 weeks at 97.9K, sentiment remains neutral according to BTC derivative indicators. Some of the disappointment among traders can be attributed to ongoing global tariff dispute, which is beginning to affect the macroeconomic data. Bitcoin traders are concerned that despite growing interest in institutional investors, fears that economic recession could limit price performance. The annualized premium for Bitcoin 2-month futures has remained between 6 and 7% over the past week, staying in the neutral range of 5 to 10, compared to January when Bitcoin was trading at near 95K and futures premium was above 10%. Trader sentiments has weakened. The data suggests that there's less optimism, or at least less conviction, to further price gains towards 100K. Some market participants point to gold 20% rally from 2,680 to 3,200 as a source of concern. Although Bitcoin recently surpassed silver's 1.8 trillion market capitalization, which is a huge achievement, to become the 7th largest globally traded asset, gold surged to a massive 21.7 trillion valuation, has overshadowed this achievement. Investors worry that Bitcoin's strong correlation with the stock market, we still have not broken that. A lot of crypto traders out there are saying that we decoupled. I don't think we decoupled. I believe DJ Mines is on the same page with me, or I'm on the same page with them, because they said the exact same thing. The Bitcoin industry, unfortunately, is still very much tied to the traditional financial system. And if that seems to fail, again, you're going to have the suits offload or try to adapt or adjust their portfolios using Bitcoin or the cryptocurrencies. The BTC options 25% delta skew metric is currently near its lowest level since February 15th, indicating that whales and market movers are assigning higher odds to further upside from here. This marks a sharp reversal from the 3 weeks ago when put or sell options traded at a premium, right? So things are looking bullish, pretty much. Still a lot of uncertainty there, but we'll see how things go as bearish pressure builds. Let me check the chat real quick. Everybody's saying smash the like. Rest in peace, Dan. Good deal. Appreciate you guys. Sherm, I appreciate you, man. Crypto Craig, appreciate you guys stopping by. Who's the person who passed just got here? It's Dan Ruggs. Dan from Dynex. Dan from Yeti Audits. Colleague and friend of the DGens and the crypto community. So anyways, what do we got here? Trading volume, blah, 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 yada, 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 daily chart. Suggesting bullish momentum may be losing steam. All right, so yeah, Bitcoin bullish momentum is losing steam. Potential rising wedge pattern has formed, often signaling reversals. The immediate support zones sit between 90 and 91K, and the secondary support near 84. Traders advise to monitor for a pullback towards 90K or to 92,000 zone for long entries, with caution if volume increases below 90K. The 4-hour chart reveals a sideways to bear structure developing since Bitcoin's peak on May 1st. Lower highs are being established, pointing towards a possible downward trajectory, especially in light of the pronounced red volume bar recorded on May 2nd, indicating growing selling pressure. The price is currently oscillating between 96 and 97. A decisive break above 97.5 with solid volume could trigger the short-term upside movement. Now, we did do that yesterday. All right, we did hit 97.9. So we got above 97.5, but you can see here we couldn't sustain it, right? We did that on Thursday, we did that on Friday, and we didn't do that today, but we were right on the edge of 97K, and we just need more momentum, right? Because of the sellers, I'm pretty sure there's quite a few of them, right? They're going to continue to sell into bullish momentum, lock in some profits. It depends on when they got in, continue to swing trade, whatever. And we need enough volume or short liquidations to just blast past through it, get out of there, hit 100K, and try to hold that 100K. But a number of indicators, I'm not going to read them all to you, are flashing upside, but be conservative as we might pull back or retrace. So we got a bullish verdict here. Despite signs of short-term exhaustion, right, and consolidation, Bitcoin remains structurally bullish across higher time frames. The consistent buy signals from all major moving averages, along with resilient support levels and buy indication from moving average convergence divergence, or the MACD, suggest that healthy pullback may proceed another upwards leg, especially if buyers reclaim control above 97,500. Near-term technicals affecting, and this is the bearish one, near-term technicals reflecting mounting selling pressure and weakening momentum, particularly on the 1 hour or 4 hour charts. The persistent, the presence of rising wedge on the daily chart, coupled with a double top breakdown and bearish volume spikes, raises the probability of deeper correction toward 94, 90K. Like I said, I gave you all my levels at the beginning. If you're just showing up, I believe this week we need to keep an eye on it. We could either have a breakout on the short-term wedge, or we have a breakdown. But we got some key support beyond this level. 94, 92. Just put it every 2,000. 90, 88, 86, 84, all the way down here to this legacy line of 82.5. Moving on, Bitcoin bros at the club may stop U.S. government from buying BTC. Arthur Hayes doubts the U.S. government will print money to buy Bitcoin, while the popular narrative paints Bitcoin bros partying in the nightclubs. Here's the nightclub. The United States is a deficit country. The only way they can do a strategic reserve is to not sell Bitcoin they took from people. Fine, that's 200,000 Bitcoin, he said. Hayes said it's hard to imagine any properly elected politician announcing that the government plans to print money to buy Bitcoin, especially when the popular narrative is a bunch of Bitcoin bros going in the club. Now, he's saying that, and I know that's pretty much it. Like, if you go look at a lot of the crypto traders, like Token 2049 just happened. It's pretty much a big party. Like, there's some conversations there and some talks and people trying to build projects and, work with one another and collab, or, VCs trying to invest and yada, yada, yada. But it's pretty much a bunch of parties. It's not my scene, but it is the truth, right? The mining conferences aren't as big as the crypto trading conferences, the Web3, the DeFi, the DGen, or even the Bitcoin conference. They are big, don't get me wrong. But, like, there's two different groups, right? While the mining bros might get together and go out, have a few drinks, eat some food, these people throw down. They party, right? Like, this is where me and Dan would have to go, and that's honestly where you had your best conversations, is you would go to these parties, and, they get a few drinks in them, and now you start talking business. And that's really the best time to talk business, because they're a little bit more open, they're a little bit looser. Some of the shy people, because they're so shy, open up when they get a few drinks in them. Some of the people that are over exuberant might be even more exuberant and make agreements or deals that they probably shouldn't have. But like that's the scene that crypto as a whole is in. But a lot of the professionals in the crypto trading space, they might go to those parties to make a guest appearance, but then they fall back, right? They don't stay there to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They're just there for guest appearances, maybe to represent whatever company wanted them to come, make a couple of discussions, conversations, don't agree to anything, get whatever party is trying to talk to them, or group or company, to say, hey, you know what, email me that, we'll look it over with my team and I'll get back to you. They don't agree to anything there, so they're smart, right? The others might go a little bit too crazy and might be making deals that they probably can't officially make, or that their ass can't cash. But that's really the scene, and I don't like the scene, but that's really the best time to do work, to be honest, is when people are under the influence. And I know that's stupid, that's sad, but that's not just in crypto. That's in big tech, that's in pharma, that's in automotive, right? You get all these people in one room, or one club, or one place, and then they get a few drinks in them, and they start making deals, or making bets, or making assumptions that they probably shouldn't be making. But Arthur Hayes is basically saying that he doesn't see the U.S. government printing money to buy Bitcoin, considering right now it's a bunch of crypto bros in the club, right? And I think this picture was in Dubai, to be honest. It probably was in Dubai. Hayes sees Bitcoin to altcoin rotation playbook staying the same. Hayes remains confident that Bitcoin cycle leading into altcoin season will follow the same pattern as it did in 2021, despite differing views from analysts. I personally think that Bitcoin dominance is going back to where it was before 2021 altcoin season, which is about 70%. Hayes isn't convinced the pattern will change. Then people will just start rotating, he said. It's back at all-time highs. Bull markets are back. Altcoins should outperform. Should is a key word here, Hayes said, depending on what you buy, he added. Not all altcoins are going to do good, guys. Again, a lot of the portfolios that some of these other crypto influencers, people, whatever, are down like 200-300%, maybe at the lowest 100% from where they got in originally. And so, the gaming DeFi space isn't doing too well. That's down significantly. Some of the D pins aren't as explosive as they probably could be. A lot of the Web3 DeFi sector is down. It's really all about the Bitcoin and the other blue chips in the ecosystem. But when Bitcoin dominance climbs up, right? And let's go look at where it is right now. And then it starts to falter. We could see, an altcoin season. Right now, the altcoin season index is climbing. It is climbing, right? Because Bitcoin is just stagnant, moving sideways between, like, it did climb up to 97. It was that we were at 14% on the CMC altcoin index. And then now it's chopping sideways and retracing just a bit. I don't think that's a sign that altcoin season is about to start. But altcoin season indications, we did climb up from 12 to 14 to now 20, right? And we're still on the Bitcoin side, not the altcoin side. But eventually, Bitcoin dominance is going to climb to new levels, right? So right now, Bitcoin dominance is at 63. So Arthur Hayes is saying 70%. You can see that we're climbing upwards towards that 70%. So let's say, and that's the same number I gave you guys a while back on Caffeine and Crypto. I do drop some pretty good knowledge on my streams. If you guys actually watch and subscribe, I may not be the biggest content creator out there, but like I do have some pretty good bits of information. I think some of the others are missing. But anyways, 72 to 75% is what I'm looking at. And then once that happens, now we could start seeing Bitcoin's dominance stagnate and fall as the altcoins continue to climb up. Ethereum is honestly one of the worst performers out of all the assets. I'm pretty much done with Ethereum. I really shouldn't be, because some people still believe that there's going to be a moonshot for Ethereum, but I'm pretty much done like most of the crypto mining bros, to be honest. Got a little bag left, but nowhere near what it used to be. And when it comes to paying bills, Ethereum is first on the chopping block to be sold, not Bitcoin. Arizona governor rejects bill to add Bitcoin to state reserves. I don't think this is that big of a deal, but I just wanted to put it out there. The bill, co-sponsored by Wendy Rogers and Jeff Wenger, would have permitted the state officials to invest up to 10% of the state treasury in pension assets and digital assets like Bitcoin. However, obviously, it was not approved, right? It was rejected. I'm sure the states will change their tune as time goes on, as new politicians get into the place. The younger generation takes over some of these key roles in political positions and regulatory positions and law positions. I think the states will change their tune. But as of right now, Arizona governor rejects the bill. And now 10% of the state treasury and pension, what I could see happening is if they did do that now, and this is a long play, but if they did do that now, you know, by 2030, 2032, that investment, if they bought whatever the 10% equals in Bitcoin today, would substantially help out the state. I really do truly believe that. And there's going to be some downturns. There's going to be some negative, like short term. Let's say they bought in today at 96K. It drops down to 88K. Now they look like idiots. But then if they're holding long term, which is what the state should be doing, it's going to outstrip that short term negative movement. However, a university called Brown University bought and owns 4.9 million of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. All right, so we got various universities jumping in, not just banks and other institutional endeavors get into Bitcoin, but obviously the ETFs open the door for, your smaller investment personnel to get involved, but then also the universities, or maybe the retirement plans for grandma, or like I said, Acorns now has a Bitcoin ETF inside their app, depending on your strategy, right? On the medium or high. And that's been outperforming most of the traditional stocks that's owned. So pretty interesting. But yeah, Brown University, 4.9 million of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. That's good to see. Kevin O'Leary, institutions won't touch Ethereum. Bitcoin's the only play. I could see that, right? Because if we go back here and look at CoinMarketCap, Ethereum has severely been underperforming Bitcoin. Matter of fact, if we go ETH BTC and look at the chart, like, look at that. You're on an escalator going down, baby. It's just consistently underperformed against Bitcoin. Consistently. Starting all the way over here in December 2021. Since December 2021, it's been on a consistent downtrend. There were some times in the past, if we switch out to the monthly view, there's been some times in the past where, Ethereum might have outperformed Bitcoin. But, yeah, basically since June 2017, that bull market, Ethereum has been on a consistent downtrend against Bitcoin. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So I can see why Kevin O'Leary says that. And if we look at Bitcoin on the monthly, look at this. My lines don't really line up too well now, but you can't tell me that's not bullish. Because we've been in a bullish trend since January 2023. Right? It looks like we're just going straight up, basically. If I zoom in like that, it looks like we're going just straight up. But we're not. There's these ebbs and flows. And while February and March of 2025 have been red months, maybe we got two greens. So green month for May. June, maybe a slight pullback, or we continue marching up. I mean, there's been times, for example, since September 2023 all the way to March 2024, where we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green monthly candles. And then back here, October 2020 to March 2021, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monthly candles, green monthly candles. So who's to say that we can't have 6 monthly candles in 2025? Be prepared for a pullback and take profits when you need to. But, if you zoom out and you go to the higher time scales, Bitcoin looks pretty good. In the short term, yeah, we might retrace. But in the long run, I think things are going to pan out. But yeah, Kevin O'Leary, institutions aren't touching Ethereum. Now, there are Ethereum ETFs, but they're probably not doing as well. They're probably not getting as much inflows, right? A lot of people are like Bitcoin or bust, and I understand why that is. Moving on, Trump's unpredictability signals potential volatility for crypto markets. It's the same story, right? The tariffs, the concern, what's said on Truth Social or X might be different than what's being said in a press conference. There's no consistency as far as the rhetoric goes, and it brings uncertainty and concern. So that's not just for the crypto markets, that's for the overall markets, that's for big tech, that's for metals, that's for rare earths, that's for our electronics, our Bitcoin, our crypto. It does not matter. The team, the administration needs to get on the same page, and they can't be having administrative, conversations. And what I mean by that is, administrative, like I go up to the podium and I'm about to explain to you something about this rollout that we're doing on whatever policy it might be. But then somebody hits me with, oh, on Truth Social, somebody said this. And I have no idea about it. And I'm trying to explain the policy that we just rolled out. Like that's stupid, guys. That you're just hurting each other. You're stepping on each other's toes. So get some organization and then push forward. Like, yeah, I'm happy that you're cool with the crypto bros and you're cool with crypto overall, but you're just hurting the market right now. So let's get some consistency. Let's get aligned on the mission, right? I don't like doing a mission where it's very unorganized. I like having a mission and a clear objective. What is my objective? Give me that objective and I will complete that mission. But if you don't know what the fucking objective is, why the fuck are you leading? Like, get the heck out of here. I'm gonna get my men in trouble. Anyways, moving on. Hopefully they clean that up. I know we're still paused right now, but hopefully they clean that up. Apple softens crypto-related app rules. Hugely bullish for crypto industry. So Apple softening its touch on the crypto industry, right? Any applications in the iOS usually are like omitted, or they don't get in, or they don't meet the guidelines or whatever. So crypto app developers are now free to direct users to payments outside of the Apple ecosystem without restrictions or hefty fees, after the United States District Judge ruled that Apple violated an injunction in its antitrust legal battle against Epic Games. The court fined Apple in the willful violation of the court's 2021 injunction, which was issued to restrain and prohibit Apple's anti-competitive conduct and anti-competitive pricing. Apple's continued attempt to interfere with competition will not be tolerated, says the district judge. But going back to that Epic case, they just want to keep everything in their ecosystem, right? You got the Google ecosystem, you got the Ring ecosystem, which Ring is Google now. No, Nest is Google now. Ring is Amazon. So everybody's got their ecosystem, and they want to keep you in that ecosystem. Buy their products, use their payment system, use their devices, their Bluetooth. So Apple got smacked, and so I believe you're going to have the opportunity to pay, right, with outside sources, whether that's Bitcoin, BitPay, whatever it might be. We'll see how things pan out. I don't use an Apple device. My wife does, but let me know if you had any issues trying to pay for stuff with crypto on your Apple device. Let me know in the comment section or the live stream. We're going to keep rocking and rolling here. It's 11:35 a.m. We're going to keep rocking and rolling, and then BS for the last tail end of the show. Going to watch some crypto world news as we get ready for Red Panda mining. But just a quick reminder, since we're midway through here, guys, we got the 30K given away now. We got the 30K giveaway going down. It's live right now. Link is in the description of this video. I'll do a dedicated video later on. But we're giving away some crypto trackers from Jingle Mining. We're giving away a Gold Shell Mini Doge 3. We're giving away 2 one-year licenses for cointracking.info, which is a company that you can use to track your transactions and help you out with taxes. And then we have 5 bid axes to give away, 2 from Coin Mining Central, 1 from Solo Satoshi, 1 from mineshop.eu, and 1 from Pleb Source. So make sure you jump into that Gleam link down below. Not right now, but just save it. And then after the show, go click it and do the steps. There's a lot of them that just gives you more and more entries. But go love and show some support for the people who help provide these devices or licenses to give away to you, the community. And thank you once again for helping me get to 30K. I look forward to our continued growth as a community, but also your support as we move forward. So Solana, XRP, and Doge spot ETF likely to be approved by the SEC in coming months. Now, remember a few months ago, we talked about these ETFs, and it seemed more likely that we might have a Litecoin Doge spot ETF more than a Solana or XRP ETF. However, I wonder if the price of Solana, right? Let's go look at Solana real quick if I can find it. I wonder if the price of Solana since April 25th is recovering because the crypto market is recovering, or maybe that people see something we don't, right? Like they see that the Solana ETF might actually get approved sooner than we're anticipating. Sorry, my throat was getting a little bit harsh. Thank you so much. So Yeti's flying over to Denver to attend the funeral for Dan. Just keep me posted, guys. I don't know if I can make it to the funeral. I want to, but sorry, I got depressed there for a second. Yeah, so anyways, the Litecoin Doge ETF might be more likely than a Solana ETF, but I'm wondering if Solana fans see something or know something that we don't. Anyways, the SEC will be forced to make a decision on the group's proposal on or before July 2nd. So that's what we're looking for. The end of May, or excuse me, the end of June, early July. Bloomberg ETF analysts Eric and James now see a 75% greater chance for the U.S. SEC to approve a range of ETFs at the end of 2025. 8 separate spot funds proposals are currently in front, right? Including the Solana ETF, Litecoin, Doge, XRP, ADA, Avalanche, Polkadot, HBAR. And HBAR, that would be pretty significant. That's another asset that if you would have bought when all your crypto bros told you to, you would be down a significant percent. But if we look at, I don't want perpetual. Let's just look at this. Yeah, it's doing the exact same thing that we just saw with Solana, right? So recent uptrend, but everything in a downtrend. I really think that Bitcoin is just slowing it down, which is fine because we want Bitcoin to succeed because eventually altcoins, or at least some of them, will in the wake of Bitcoin's success. But anyways, the highest odds of approval is around 90%. The first key deadline comes July 2nd. Where we'll have Grayscale, Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, Hashdex, ETS for Solana, Doge, XRP, and ADA are expected in October, and the following in November, December. Some issuers submitted intent to launch funds tracking smaller cap tokens like SU, Trump Coin, really? Melania Coin, really? 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 No, guys. SU, I understand. That's a network asset. ADA, I understand. XRP, I understand. Doge, I understand. Doge has been around for such a long time. I can understand, even though that's supposed to be a meme coin, proof of work coin. It has that resilience. It has that prestige. It has that, seniority. Trump and no, dude, that's stupid. Anyways, the odds are good. ETFs could be coming for some of these altcoins, which could wind up, pumping the price of that token. So we'll have to see. But we got a statement here. Moon soon. XRP strongest spot premium aligns with 70% of rally setup. Strong spot market demand supported by persistent accumulation from whales and bullish technical patterns favor XRP price to boom over $3.75. Right now, XRP is at $2.21. If we go look at the charts, if I can find it. What did that article say? $3.75. So let's see how much of a lift that would be. $3, and I can't even do it. 75 cents. So that would be a 70% gain. I mean, it's certainly possible. I mean, the previous all-time high was what? $3.38. So that's certainly possible. I think it would take some time. Maybe that ETF announcement will definitely make that bad boy explode and hit those levels. But it's definitely a moonshot. It's not going to turn everybody into millionaires. I mean, unless you got into XRP below 10 cent or very low. But if you're just getting in now at $2.20 and it moonshots to $3.78, it's not going to make a bunch of millionaires. I'll tell you that. But it would still be a significant price increase, right? Since 2020, XRP's price peaks happened when perpetual futures market was leading. XRP's future price being higher than spot signaled excessive speculation and led to sharp price drops. As of 2025, the spot premium suggests that demand for the actual XRP buyers is driving the rally, pointing to more stable price rise compared to past runs powered by leverage bets, further reinforcing the case that real demand. Glassnode data shows a consistent rise in the number of XRP addresses holding 10,000 XRP since November 2024. So I bet you people are trying to get that exposure before the ETFs. I really do believe that's happening. And I know the XRP army is strong. And then here's a picture. We'd love to hear directly from Atkins, but all good chance of happening. Here's our latest odds of approval for different spot ETFs. So we got what is this? So Grayscale Bitrise, hashtag Franklin Templeton. Does it show which ETF? So these are all XRP. No, these are all different tokens. Okay. So 90%, 90%. I mean, the lowest one is only 75%. Solana's 90, XRP's 85. They're all likely. Interesting. Falling wedge hints at 70% XRP price rally, so we could have a nice price uptick in XRP if we zoom out here. The falling wedge, right there. But yeah, I know a lot of people that got some XRP positions, and I'm happy for them. I just don't have a big bag of it. Don't really care too much for XRP and centralized authorities that just want to work with banks. But hey, everybody has their own niche, okay? Altcoin rally may have legs if Bitcoin stays strong and crypto ETF hype persists. So if we do get those ETF approvals towards the end of the year, that could start what I would hope is the altcoin season. Now, I still think it won't happen till 2026, because just because the ETF's been approved, we'll know that that market has priced in that news around the time of approval. I think the effects of those ETFs as they get rolled out in the end of 2025 will roll into 2026, where we might actually see some significant price increase on those various assets that had their ETFs approved. And a new strategy sentiment says altcoins will likely continue to trend higher if Bitcoin does not return to 80K range. And if possible, exchange traded funds, ETFs for altcoins continue to generate excitement. As we kick off May trading, stay alert to quickly evolve narratives, particularly if Bitcoin holds its position and profits continue to redistributing to various products based on the latest news breaks. The altcoin rally may have legs if the ETF hype continues and Bitcoin can stay strong above 90K. Specifically, sentiment note, there's an investor enthusiasm around the possible launch of spot ETFs for XRP, Ethereum, rival Solana, and then Dogecoin. Many believe that once approved, these ETFs could bring in large amounts of institutional money and push XRP into financial mainstream. Again, same thing that we just talked about, right? So we might have some, hey, this ETF's about to be approved, buy the rumor, sell the news situation, price pumps for Doge, Solana, XRP. But as the ETF gets approved, it takes time to roll that stuff out, and then we'll start seeing institutional funds coming in or investors coming in, and then that'll push us up, and we'll have probably our altcoin season rally in 2026. All right, so once again, we got 15 minutes left, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't leave just yet, and hear me out. We got Red Panda Mining coming up live, where he's testing out the Gold Shell Byte. I still have not gotten the unit that I talked to them about. I do love, it may not be profitable to mine with, but I do love the engineering. I got to talk to the engineer about it. I really think it's an intriguing little guy, little device. But we'll see what happens. But Red Panda Mining will be testing that live next for you in a little bit. My boys already did videos on it. The Greater Good, Brandon Coin, I think Red Fox. I'm not sure if DJ did one yet. But yeah, a lot of my colleagues already have videos out on it. And even if they do have videos and I get one, I still love to tinker with these things. They're pretty cool. I like these small devices. They're fun to play around with. And the 30K giveaway is happening. So make sure you click the link down in the description of this video. I'll do a dedicated video reminding everybody. But you got to the end of the month, 28 days left to enter. And then once the winners are selected, they'll be notified. And I got a 48-hour window to respond back. So I'll do my best to keep hammering on X and social media to make sure you guys are aware. Hey, check your email. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Huge thank you to the companies who got involved and helped out. So Jingo Mining, Gold Shell, CryptoTracking.info, Coin Mining Central, Solo Satoshi, MineShop EU, and Pleb Source. 30K is a huge achievement. I'm really grateful. And again, I'm looking forward to 50 or 100K at some point in the future. No rush, but if you feel like sharing the content out to your grandma, your auntie, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your kids, because I am child friendly, except for on the live streams. I try to keep everything child friendly, don't curse, and I just try to focus on the tech, the data, and the information. The live streams, I do curse, so maybe not the live streams, but everything else, feel free to share to your little ones. If you need me to make, like, specifically, if you want me to make a video catered for a certain age bracket, let me know. I'll try to adjust my setup and do my best to try to explain things, because I'm very good at explaining things or technical terms in a non-technical language to different users. Just depends on the environment or the people. So far, I've just been talking to the people like you who I know understand and have knowledge of this ecosystem, but not everybody does. So maybe we got to go back to basics, and I need to do some videos about that, and I will work on that. So yeah, enter the 30K giveaway. Thank you once again. Let's listen to some crypto world news as we get ready for Red Panda Mine to go live. We still got, what? Live in 24 hours. That says May 4th. Is he not going live today? Hang on a second. Is he not going? Did he put? You know, Red Panda does this. Red Panda sometimes does this. Maybe he's not going live today. Is he out? Well, he already did a video. What everyone won't tell you about the Gold Shell Byte duo crypto miner. That seems like an interesting watch. Shall we watch it together? Let's see. So I guess he's not going live. So Red Panda might not be going live. Let's see.
And for my American friends, this thing is at 165, 166 Fahrenheit, which is extremely hot. That is extremely hot. I wasn't sent the power adapter, so it looks like I can't power this on. I want to give like a week-long hash rate of this DG card and also the AE card. It's time to give it my crap score. I'm going to give it a crap score of...
All right, let's find that crap score. Let's see what he gave the crap score. Here we go.
A crap score of 60 out of 100. Now, I'm just going to give my opinion here, okay? So the reason why I'm giving it a 60 out of 100 and why I'm not giving it 100 out of 100 being, you know, very high risk is because that extra 40 points, I'm giving the Gold Shell Byte its intuitive ability to take out these cards and swap them.
The SATA port engineering behind it is fantabulous. I love it. I think they could have done price positioning could have been better. The rollout could have been better, but the engineer, the knowledgeable person behind the building of the Byte, just took a form factor that was already established, already known, and utilized it to put it on there. Now, what happens if we turn this into like a 16 blade or a 8 blade? Like this, let's get a NAS, for example, right? Let's take a NAS, right? Maybe a 1U, right? We got maybe 4 or 8 hot swappable bays. And let's say that we put a backplane in there and the 1U is not very long, right? Like the normal servers are like super long. It's not very long. It was only about this long, right? Because you just need the backplane and then the cards sitting in there. Now you got 8 of these cards, AE cards, DG cards, maybe future cards for different other algorithms that you can just hot swap in. And maybe those cards aren't profitable anymore. So you take them out, you sell those, you still got your backplane, you still got your unit, and now you put in the new cards that are more profitable. And they just keep swapping. And I hope that you recycle your electronics responsibly. But I really like the engineering. I really do. It's just profitability. Matter of fact, let's go to ASIC miner value and go look at the profitability of the byte right now. Yeah, so the AE card is at 40 cents a day right now. What is my electricity at? Electricity's at 15 cents per kilowatt hour. So yeah, so the AE card is at 40 cents a day. And then what's the DG card at? Do they not even have the DG card? Let's look for gold shell only. Manufacturer. Gold shell. Wow, they really don't. Okay, the DG card's right here. So negative 15 cents. Right? Why is that price so much higher than the Leo one? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, yeah, the prices are all over the place. So 700, 449, yada yada yada. And then the Doge card. Why'd you took it away again? DG card. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on with their pricing up front, but their pricing in the back is a little bit better. ASL miner definitely got some. What does he see? Let's see here. So choose option, free DG card, April batch. I want free DG card and AE card. So that will be add to cart. The price is $4.49. So I get the gold shell byte and Doge miner, AE card, and DG card for $4.50. That's not too bad. And then profitability wise, you're only making 40 cents because the AE card is going to be carrying everything. But then you minus the electricity of the Doge one that's not profitable. And you get basically 30 cents. Excuse me, 25 cents a day profit at 15 cents per kilowatt hour. Both of them are 65 watts a piece. So what, you need that 140 watt power brick, I believe, which is just a type C power brick. But very interesting, very interesting. And I guess Red Panda Mining is, oh, he's out for the day. Red Panda's not going live today. Okay. Jingle has the byte, the DG card for $179 and $99 for the AE card. Oh, I talked to my boys at Jingle Mining. Yeah, because Gold Shell stopped responding to me because Red Panda took it. He took the one that they were planning on sending to me. They gave it away. So I will buy my own. Okay? Even though I'm broke, I'm gonna buy my own. I hate you, Red. No, I love you guys. All right, so yeah, 30K giveaway. Red Panda, do me a favor, share this with your community, man. Go ahead, DJ Minds, if you want. You don't have to, but if you want, feel free to share the 30K giveaway. Let's break over that 30K. We're less than 200 away. Make it official, and the community has a good chance to win some cool prizes. Yeah, I'm sure some people might want the Mini Doge 3 or the BitAxe over something else, but like, look, this is free shit. Just enter the giveaway. Thank you to the companies that helped out, and you know, enter for a chance to win. You might just get a crypto tracker, and you might be disappointed with that, but guess what? You didn't pay for it. You didn't pay for shipping. Shut up and just take it. All right. Anyways, I didn't mean to be mean. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. So yeah, any questions, comments, concerns? As we get ready to wrap up the stream here, I'm going to go head over to my parents as I normally do on the weekends to help out Papa Serpent, who just got a bone biopsy yesterday in preparation for the transplant. Still looking for assistance. There's a GoFundMe out there. I'm not going to share that with my community. But we are trying to help out Mama and Papa Serpent, trying to get this house squared away. Dan Ruggs unfortunately passed away. So do I have the funds to get to the funeral in Denver? I don't. Me and the wife talked about it yesterday. Water heater's on his last leg, so I'm going to get that replaced before it dies. And I need to get my car working because my son graduates at the end of May. I got a lot of problems, but so do you. Stay positive. Stay happy. Keep grinding. Keep working. It will all be good in the end. The hardest part is fighting yourself. When you have that inner doubt, that inner concern, which I have been, as you've seen in past Caffeine and Cryptos, because I've been very depressed or down on myself, I'm going to figure it out. We'll figure it out. Lean on each other. Be nice to one another. Take care of one another. And things will be just fine.
Today, Bitcoin
Yeah, I
climbs
still
to its
can't believe
highest level.
Dan's gone. Because I just talked to him. 29 years old. 29. So make sure you guys got your backup plan like I do. I've been talking to my colleagues and like, hey, if I'm gone, like, I need you to help out wifey, okay? I need you to, like, you know, she knows where the secret stuff is. She's got bits and pieces. She's got clues, puzzle pieces throughout the house to help her get to where it is. But then she's going to need help because she doesn't know how to operate in the crypto trading space.
Since late February. Robinhood's earnings report reveals crypto revenue jumped 100.
Red, don't say that. Don't say that, Red. Dude, you know how? Do you know the impact you have on the community, my friend? Like, yeah. Just give DJ Mines. He'll be your backup plan. Just give him your seed phrase. But yeah, don't say that, guys. I don't know. I can't lose any more people, man. So let's stay healthy, stay positive.
From the year before. And
Hang in there.
Alicia Painter of Botanix Labs breaks down what's driving the price of Bitcoin right now. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Ryan Baker. Major cryptocurrencies in the green today as we kick off the month of May. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin climbed 3% to just under $97,000 after crossing that mark earlier this morning, reaching its highest level since late February. Ether rose 5% and XRP climbed more than 3.5%. Both crypto and stocks traded higher as of...
All right, that's May 1st. Today's May 3rd. So yeah, market's down. We might be down for the weekend, but I think next week we have two choices. Either we push up and break this line, get out of this short-term wedge, or we fall even further. And I'm really hoping that we break out, to be honest. Because I would like to use some of the profits that I could take on helping me out with the things that I just mentioned. So, yeah. Red Panda's not streaming today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wrap it up here because I really got to go to my parents' house. I will be bringing you guys automotive updates as I work to fix the TL. A lot of parts I already had, but I never got to put on the car. Then the car died, and it's been sitting for years. And now that my son took the only car that I have, I need a working car, and I don't want to spend. I can't afford like another car payment, monthly payment. All my cars are paid off, thank God. Thank God. But if I bought a new car, I couldn't do the monthly payment. Like right now, bill-wise, no bueno. I could stop mining as a whole. I could sell all of my equipment, which, by the way, one person reached out about the offer for the Octominer server, Octominer X12 Ultra. Offered it to Red, but it'll be too expensive to send to him, and he has plenty of them. Somebody else is interested, but needs more time. I don't know if anybody else is interested in 11 GPUs and X12 Ultra, but that is still on the table. If anybody wants it, just let me know. I'm holding off for my buddy who wants it. They just need time, and I don't want anybody to overextend themselves and spend money on this when they got priorities to take care of, whether it's to take care of their house, their family, their kids, themselves, their bills, their car note, their mortgage. Do not do that, please. But I'm just trying to downscale some of my devices, minimize my electricity costs, because $1,000 a month for many years is taking its toll. I'm betting big on the future of crypto, right? Which is why I've been doing what I've been doing. And I'm not taking profits now, so I'm just eating the cost of electricity, and I'm betting big on the future. Maybe not the most efficient plan, but I love bringing you guys content. I love showing you new miners. I love doing teardowns, and I love tech as a whole. So I'm going to continue to do the best I can, and hopefully it will pay off in the long run. But I still work my 9 to 5, thank God. So it helps offset some of that, and we'll see how things go. But yeah, enter the 30K giveaway. Link is down in the description. Red Panda Mining is not streaming today, so you guys go enjoy yourselves. Go outside. Go hang out. Go throw the football around. Get the old pigskin flying. Ride some bikes, whatever it is. Go smell the roses. Enjoy it. I'll keep you guys posted on everything else. Automotive content to come in the future. Might not be my normal content, but it could have some answers to some random question that somebody has out there, which is the whole reason why this channel started in the first place, but has now grown into more crypto-centric. But it was all about just getting a video on something that I haven't seen somebody do in detail or in greater detail, and help somebody out there looking for the same answer that I was trying to find. So anyways, oh, just finished your artwork. Good job, Case Rocker. I bet you they're expensive to ship, but I need to get rid of the GPUs. And the Octominer with inside the tent is just sucking air faster than the AC can keep up with it. So it's just time to move on. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's all good. I'll move it. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. But all right, you guys have yourself a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, the 5 points that I just mentioned, link down in the description. Hit that like button on the way out. Get subscribed. Hit the notification button to stay up to date. So I'll check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And I guess I'm redirecting you to the stream that's for tomorrow. So you're probably going to want to hang up the call, because that's exactly what I have scheduled. It's going to redirect you to Red Panda stream tomorrow, because I didn't look at the date and I'm an idiot. That you guys like. Anyways. Bye.